Hey, long time no talk. Ah, my props! Not props, but don't mind the sprinklers in the back. Our hydro seed is growing. I'm in my lovely backyard, my favorite place in the world, and today we're going to be talking because I just feel the need to talk to you. It's been a long time. I have done a lot since I last discussed things with you. It is the very end of my 5th summer working at the summer camp that I grew up going to. I've spent 16 summers at this place, and yet I'm still not really ready to talk about it. I'm not even going to really be discussing the goodbyes in this video because that's just like, it feels like I should be ready to talk about that, but I don't even have I haven't even gathered the words for it yet. I have some other things to talk to you about. I want to show you the recent art that I've been making. I've gotten really back into oil pastels recently. I used them with my campers for a project a few weeks ago, and ever since then I've gotten back into using them so much. So I really want to show you guys what I've been making. The lighting is about to be absolute ass, which sucks because I was so excited to come out and film this, and I'm literally about to be in the shadows, but whatever, we're professionals and we're gonna handle it. So this one here is the first full oil pastel piece that I actually did and finished and sprayed. And this one, I just dropped it. This one means a lot because it's the field that we play at. We play a game at a field twice a week, every week of the summer. And I drew this while I was there. I started the trees. I got pretty much down to the trees while I was there, and then it got too dark. So then I finished the rest at home with the grass, the sky, everything. And it's a beautiful scene that's familiar to pretty much everybody who passes through. And it really I think what I did does a really good job encapsulating not just what you see, but also the texture and the movement of the place. I didn't want the people to be too realistic. I kind of just wanted them to be smudged out in the distance, which I did by smudging them out in the distance. I'm so revolutionary, you know. But this is kind of, working on this piece made me realize that oil pastels are kind of the perfect medium for the way my brain works. Just being able to lay down the color, just kind of be able to scribble a lot, really kind of it works with my brain. I like it. My brain enjoys being able to scribble and have it still look good. Plop colors here, place things there, sort of all willy-nilly, but then it ends up coming together. And this piece really captures the heart of the place, the heart of the game, the heart of what we do, which is basically we use this as a bonding activity throughout the summer. We basically beg people to go at the beginning, all the new people who come to work with us, and we're come on, it's fun, you get to meet new people, blah blah blah, all this stuff. And by the end, it's a staple in everybody's week. Twice a week, you go, you play, you don't play, you sit, you play games, you are like me and you bring your oil pastels and you make a drawing. It's just, I don't even go for the game, it's just the community aspect that really draws me in. And I think this piece just makes me really happy to look at. It feels right now, but I'm gonna hang it up in my apartment. I'm gonna frame it and put it in our living room or something. And when I look at it then, it's gonna feel nostalgic. And it's gonna feel nostalgic, and it's gonna feel real. And it's gonna hurt a lot, but in a really good way. I did this one. It's peach. It's based off of a photo I took. I looked at the photo for reference. God, look at that. I'm really happy with how it looks. I just love staring at this one. I just really like how I did this with all the colors. The photo that I like took inspiration from, you could really see like the juice, the nectar of the peach, and I don't know, I feel like I did a pretty good job of capturing that. I feel like I don't feel like I did a very good job of capturing that, but I feel like other people would, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of need the outside perspective of not having worked on the piece, but I am really obsessed with it. I love the like motif and the idea of peaches and the juice and the nectar. That's gonna come up in another piece in a minute that I literally just did today. I need to really spray this one. It's like rubbing off on my hands a little bit. But yeah, I did this. I actually woke up at like about like 8 a.m. this day randomly, and so I was like awake. Like, I woke up and I came out here at like 9 in the morning, and I used like the morning light, and I made this, and it, about 10:30, I think I was pretty much almost done, or totally done. And it's like my favorite thing that I've made recently. It's like my new favorite piece I've ever done. I really love the way that I did the colors and the shading. Instead of using brown, I used like purple for the shadows, which I like vividly remember being in a painting class like in high school, and like my teacher at the time being like, you have to see the colors and the shadows, and me being like, what the fuck is this lady talking about? Like, she sounds insane. And like, it only really clicked for me recently, which is kind of scary, because like I've always loved art, but like I totally understand what she means now, and like it really does liven up the piece. I also like, the mistakes are good. Like, I did the background green, and I chose to do a green specifically because I got a little bit of green in the peach by accident, but it feels like the center of, it kind of feels like a reflection of the background of the world, and like the center mark of everything that's going on around it, which I really like. That's kind of all I gotta say about that one. Then I did this one while I was with my friends. Sitting out here, my friends were working on another project, and I was doing cherries. Again, I looked at the cherries from a picture. Not all of them are exact or anything, but like I used a photo reference of a photo that I've taken. And I really, really love how it turned out. Like the shading, the shading and the light, really awesome. And then when it came to the background, I really love kind of doing like an abstract scribbly background. And I thought at first while I was doing it that like, well, not at first. At first I thought it was a great idea. And then as I kept doing it, I kind of was like, oh god, like this is maybe gonna overwhelm the rest of the piece. But I really don't think it did. I actually think it turned out really, really nice. I like the contrast and the pops. And I think it makes the cherries pop off the page even more, which I really like. And especially since I did the blue highlights too. My friends were watching me make this one. I mean, like, they weren't staring at me the whole time, obviously, but like, one of my friends who was sitting in the chair that I'm sitting in right now, and he was just kind of watching my like process. He kept, you know, looking over at our other friend who was cutting patterns for a sewing project she was making, and I was doing this, and he just kept looking at either of us watching our progress while chatting. And I usually don't do art in front of other people, and it felt like really intimate to see somebody watch my watch my process and the way that I do things, and like how vulnerable you feel when you make art. You have to be doing it in front of people that make you safe, I feel like. And it's really usually a solitary activity for me, but I liked the questions and I liked being asked how I was doing it, what the process was, things like that. I usually don't like being asked those things, but like then in that moment I really didn't mind. I did this next one. I did this one at work. I've been feeling very I love very hard, and sometimes it's hard to differentiate the different feelings, but I think I am really feeling some certain type of way for somebody that I probably shouldn't be, but I was thinking about him and about the book I'm reading when I made this at work today. The best part about my job is that I get to just do art with the kids, like along with them. And we had the oil pastels out today, so I made this during my choice block. You know, I just kind of started with, it's a bit random, I just kind of started with the flower, but I had the idea of the nectar, of the gold. So we started with the flower and then added the gold, and I really liked how that tied everything in. So then I did the peach again, and I was gonna add the bite out of it, but then I kind of forgot, so then I just kind of did the gold dripping from it, and then tied that in with the yellowy and gold background. Obviously this is not as professional of a piece, and I'm probably not even gonna keep it. I want to give it to who I kind of made it for, but I don't think it's the right time yet, so we're not gonna do that yet. I just kind of wrapped it up and put it in this bow so it could stay safe. But I specifically want to talk about what like really prompted this piece, what really what my inspiration was, and that's the book that I'm reading, which is The Virgin Suicide. But basically I was reading it and there was this one part that really grasped me. Like, oh God, I don't know where it's gonna take me a minute to find I know where on the page it is. I've also been listening to a lot of Adrian Linker. That kind of music is what I want my art to feel like. I want my art to feel like listening to an Adrian Linker song, which to me feels like the most amount of love you could ever actually feel for anything or anyone. Ah, found it. The object of his desire wasn't Celia, but Diana Porter, a girl with chestnut hair and a horsey though pretty face who lived in an ivy-covered house on the lake. Unfortunately, she didn't notice Dominic peering through the fence as she played fierce tennis on the clay court, nor as she lay, sweating nectar, on the poolside recliner. So I kind of butchered the description of the quote that I was trying to give, so I thought I would give a more coherent explanation. What I was trying to get at there was like the way that in the book this boy describes her as sweating nectar, like romanticizes something that is usually gross, and that like when you have feelings for somebody, you have the ability to like take anything that they do and make it romantic, which can be like a beautiful thing but also a detriment depending on like the dynamics of the relationship. And then it also ties into like the purpose of the book with how like basically the whole thing is written about how these boys perceive the girls, but they don't actually know them in any real way. So yeah, that's basically what I was trying to say. This book is some of like the most beautiful descriptions of love that I've read. I find that books that describe this book and Sunburn are my favorite books I've read so far this year. I think this is gonna be another five-star read for me. I gotta keep going with it though. I haven't been going on this one for too long. But I really want to reread Sunburn. Like, part of me wants to just like sit down and reread it all, like right now, like sit down, smoke a bowl, and just like reread, highlight, like underline all this stuff, because that one really got me, that book. I feel like I need to reread it again because I feel like I'm feeling that way about somebody else at the moment, so like I need to like get back into that and like really reread it because I feel like I could really relate to that more, but at the same time I want to keep going with this, and I need to keep going with this because like I'm not even halfway done yet, and like I need to keep going before I reread another book that I already read this year. months ago. I don't know, maybe I'll just try to read some excerpts or listen to some excerpts. Oh, dust in my eye, man. Let no machine take away our dreams. I don't think I really have much else to say right now.